Hi, everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. All right, so when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping the screen or just simply hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post videos. All right, all that helps out this channel, and I am very, very grateful for all of your help. All right, so this video is for the star sign of Cancer, and it is for the blue moon, full moon that we got coming on May 31st in Sagittarius. So let's talk a little bit about this moon. So the full blue moon in Sagittarius represents a powerful cosmic milestone for truth-seeking, rapid perspective shifts, and shedding outgrown belief systems. In astrology, a blue moon occurs when a single calendar month features two blue moons, amplifying the lunar energy and offering a rare second chance for a total transformation and closure. When this rare lunation illuminates Sagittarius, the fire sign of the explorer, the truth seeker, and the philosopher, it creates an intense urge to break free from limitations and realign with a larger life vision. So, the ultimate truth bomb. Sagittarius energy demands unvarnished honesty. Narratives, illusions, or excuses you have been telling yourself will likely collapse, allowing you to see the bigger picture clearly. The play small purge. This lunation directly asks, where have you, Cancer, been playing small out of fear? It is a massive green light to shed roles, jobs, or relationships that constrain your personal sovereignty. Wisdom over information. Facing the sun in information, heavy Gemini, the Sagittarius moon asks you to step away from the data overload, internet static, and endless scrolling so that you can tune into your inner knowing. The travel trigger, ruled by Jupiter, that is also the planet of luck, the planet of expansion. This moon aggressively fuels a desire for adventure. You may feel a sudden or intense craving to book a flight, plan a weekend getaway, or dive into a brand new realm of study. So the Jupiter energy directs focus toward broad, infinite possibilities and optimism rather than meticulous, micromanaged planning. Mars in conjunct aspect generates intense physical and emotional momentum, prompts forward movement, but warns against rushing blindly. The micro moon, because it's a micro full moon, blue moon in Sagittarius, sitting at its farthest distance from Earth, its quiet appearance reminds us to aim our goals precisely rather than shouting over the noise. So zoom out. Take a step back from immediate daily stresses to analyze how your current habits serve the overarching puzzle of your life. Perform a fire ritual, because Sagittarius is a fire sign. Write down the limited beliefs or old burdens you are ready to let go of and safely burn the paper to release them. Look out for subtle signs, synchronicities, and opportunities by intentionally slowing down your nervous system rather than forcing results. All right. So that's a little bit about the full blue moon Sagittarius. So let's see what the moon's energy is around the Cancer collective. Hello? Can you not hear me? Hello? Hello? All right. All right. So what's the full moon's energy around the Cancer collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. For the Cancerians, what's the moon's energy look like for the Cancerian collective? All right, on the bottom of the deck, your commitment is being tested. and we have the believe in the impossible blue moon underneath. So your commitment to letting go of outdated belief system is being tested. Somebody could be coming in and testing you as well. Um, Maybe a commitment to yourself, a commitment as in business lover, family, friend, right? So, yeah, a commitment to taking action, a commitment to releasing old burdens and limited belief systems, right? When it comes to how you think, right? All right, so your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So, Taurus rules the second house of finances, possessions, values, daily routine, and environments. Hold your vision. So, you're being asked to visualize, Cancer. You have the power of visualization. So, what you need to release is that illusionary energy of being overly emotional or allowing your ego to limit you, right? Become more practical with what you want and less emotional and more logical. Let go of, you know, running towards things, rushing towards things, right? Be more practical. Sit in that bull's energy. Be a bit stubborn if you have to. All right. So you're being asked to do that, right? So don't rush in blindly to something, right? Hold your vision as to what you want to manifest towards you, because whoever I'm talking to, you have the power of visualization. You have the power of, come on. I'm sorry. Um, Never mind. Anyways, you have the power to be out of this dreamy energy, this procrastinating energy, this well, I can't see what's in front of me, so I don't know, I'll just sit here and, I'll just fantasize and hope and wish that one of those cups have something I want in it, but I won't do anything about it, right? So you're being asked to empty out those cups, because those cups are, how you're viewing them is through the illusionistic of the limited belief system. You have the power to see through that cup, to see literally what is in it. All right. Um, for some of you, you have premonition dreams, right? Some of you are limiting the mindset because you don't believe you have that capability, right? To visualize, to use your power of visualization. All right. So let's go ahead and put these to the side. What lesson is Cancer learning? What lesson is Cancer learning in this full moon in Sagittarius? What lesson? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well being. So, what lesson are you learning? You're learning to take accountability for your choices. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks my flow of love. So, what I see right now is your masculine and feminine energy. Your sacral chakra, which is your feminine side, and your masculine chakra, which is your solar plexus. So, what I see is you have to take accountability. You have to take accountability for an emotion that you are holding on to that is stealing your power away, which talks about being held accountable. All right. You have to take accountability for something. Um, you need to find that state of balance between your masculine and feminine energy. You need to trust that you have this ability. You need to trust that you have this psychic ability. You need to trust your intuition, because right now it is blocked. Somebody could be blaming you. Somebody could be coming into your dreams and blaming you for something. Blaming you for um, maybe coming into your dreams on a daily routine and blaming you. All right. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So something has to change. Something has to change, and it's an emotion of worry, of anxiety, right? Of resentment. It's in your sacral chakra. You are a limitless abundant, and you can manifest whatever you desire into your reality, right? You have a purpose here. You're here for a purpose. You need to trust this because you got to answer some sort of a call. But you have somebody in your environment who, yeah, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, right? So there's that test energy, right? So you're going to have somebody in your environment who keeps testing you, who does not want you to trust your intuition, who does not want you to answer some sort of a calling. That even though you know what your purpose is and you are that unlimited abundance, you're here on earth for a reason. So don't worry because something is going to change. For some of you, somebody could be blaming you for something, or you could be blaming somebody else for something. You could have somebody who's hanging on to resentment because of how powerful your visions are, of how powerful your empathic abilities are, right? So they could be wanting to come in and test you, to, maybe play mind games. All right, so what are the crows warning Cancer about over the full moon in Sagittarius? Full moon in Sagittarius for Cancer. What are the crows warning? Okay, trickery. Yep, you got somebody coming in wanting the trickery. That's under the influence. All right. So this is the Seven of Swords energy. Somebody who has been maybe pointing fingers at you or blaming you, or this is what the crows are warning you about, blaming other people for, being sneaky, blaming other people for being shady, blaming other people for, the Five of Swords energy, gathering up people to come back to backstab you, right? You do have somebody is under the influence who maybe is coming into your sacred space that talks about your dreams, right? This could be somebody who partnered up with another person. Here, Cancer. So you definitely have somebody influencing, right? This emotion, this mental body who is influencing you, violating your sacred space, right? Luck is on your side. You need to find that state of balance. You definitely have somebody mimicking you or mocking you just to cause upheaval. Why? Because you're gifted and you release them. All right. So that is what I see. So it's like they were messing with your head, right? With the Seven of Swords, messing with your head. This is something I feel you can't run from, right? I feel like they're just offering you a small piece of something. Um, so whatever you call your sacred space, your home, your office, nature, whatever, right? So what are they doing? Invading your sacred space and influencing your emotions, influencing your visions. Why? Because they're hanging on to resentment. They could be blaming you, or like I said, take it the messages as they resonate. Either they're blaming you or you're blaming them, one of the two. But somebody has some resentment, and this emotion is influencing and playing games with somebody. The Seven of Swords talks about, because a trickery talks about the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords talks about, people pointing fingers, people playing the blame game, people, spying, lying, gossiping, spread a lot of rumors, right? Gathering up people to come up against you, gathering up, people who share the same vision, right? Fixated on um, influencing you, influencing your mind, influencing your dreams, influencing your psychic abilities, right? Influencing you, trying to knock you out of balance. All right, so let's go ahead and see what are some signs that you're showing, Cancer Spirit. Yeah, the role. Somebody's role that they're playing here. So with the hat. So the role that somebody is playing here, you could be seeing hats. You could be seeing, this female has her back towards the situation here. She does have long hair. Somebody could be envious. Somebody also could be playing a bigger role to try to influence you. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. Spirit of the dwelling place, home, structure, and foundation, your sacred space. Look, the community. So you definitely have somebody gossip, rivals, and posse. So you have some rivals that are trying to influence you. This flock of people flocking to you. They're trying to influence the flock of people who come to you by spying, lying, gossiping. You definitely have a posse or a mob of individuals who are maybe sneaking around your home. Somebody wants to reconcile, and here we have the color of orange here. So a reconciliation. Maybe somebody lives near a bridge. Um, you definitely have somebody with the Seven of Swords. It's like the crows are warning you of somebody who is not there for your greatest and highest good. You have somebody in your surroundings who is a rival, who is very resentment of perhaps your hair, your hat, or how you look, right? They may want to come in and reconcile with you. This is somebody who could have stole your idea. This is somebody who may have been siphoning off of your sacral chakra. Yeah, they don't want to change. Somebody doesn't want to change. They feel like that's their purpose. They're doing something on purpose. All right. So let's pull some more cards for the Cancer Collective. Okay, show me who's resentment, who's blaming, and who's blame and forgiveness. Give me a little bit more energy. Yep, Page of Gabrielle. So this is telling me, right? This is a younger energy. Somebody who wants to be brave, right? Somebody who wants to be brave, somebody who wants to come towards you, but their energy coming towards you is a rival, because behind your back, right? Because her back is turned behind your back, they've been gossiping, lying, slandering, defaming your name, right? They're harboring a lot of resentment. Could be siphoning your energy. You have Archangel Gabriel coming through here telling you to be brave. You are ready for this challenge, but this challenge is a test. Yeah, they're going to be coming to your home. This is something you can't run from. This person may have tried to run from this influence, or maybe running away. With these Five of Swords, like they really ran away with something. Whatever they were saying, they were spreading, and it was running through the crowd, running through the community. Somebody who was playing in your sacred space. All right, sacred space. Clarify sacred space for Cancer. Sacred space for Cancer. Six of Michael. So what I see here is you've seen the light at the end of the tunnel, right? You've seen it through a vision. You've seen the light through the end of the tunnel. And now you have claimed your power back and you're moving on from this illusion, this triggering energy that has been influencing you with these people. Somebody is mad, I feel, because you moved on. Relocation, relocated, or travel. Maybe travel is in the air. Maybe you're going to leave your home and go on a trip. Um, I just feel like you are releasing some stress. All right, influence. What is this influence card? We got the Emperor, so somebody's father figure, and the Knight of Gabriel. So, so what I see here is this is somebody who is very stable, but they're still under the influence of something. Somebody who feels they're very charming. Somebody who feels, okay, well, I can influence so and so, right? I can influence so and so when it comes to, I can influence Cancer because I'm the Emperor. I can try to prove that I am the Emperor. Somebody who's harboring resentment, envy, right? Somebody who thinks they're very charming, but this is somebody who lacks the courage and the confidence here. They want to take charge of a situation, but they feel as though they don't have the confidence to do so. They don't have the confidence to move in. For some of you, this could be somebody who astral travels and invades your sacred space, trying to influence you in some sort of way. This is definitely a rival. But they're going to try to prove to you that they are your other half, your masculine side, your divine masculine for some of you. But this is an Aries energy. So Aries talks about self-appearance, right? First impressions, beginnings, your attitude, and identity. So this could have been somebody who, gave you the first impression as, oh, I am, like, the first impression, I am charming, right? I know what to do, right? This could be your first impression. Here, I know what to do. This is how we can influence Cancer, right? We'll just, um, go behind somebody's back here, go behind another Cancer's back, or go behind Cancer's back, and we will gossip and lie and spy on them. And we'll gather up a group of people to come up against them and influence them, try to take their stability away. 6 and a 4 is a 10. But this Knight is in reverse, so somebody could be blocked. All right. Show me who this rival is. Show me who this rival is for Cancer. Show me who this rival is. Yep, we got the two of swords. So there's definitely two people working together, gathering up a group of people, right? Wanting you to overanalyze a situation, wanted you to stay in this dark energy, wanted you to stay in this illusionary energy. They did it on a routine basis, any chance that they could get. I see 6-6 coming through here. They definitely were influencing your environment, influencing your situation, the sacred space that you live in, the environment that you call a sacred space. They were violating that boundary. All right. Show me the roll card for Cancer. Show me the roll card for Cancer. Yeah. So you need to, it's like you need to believe in yourself. And I feel like you've turned your back to the situation. You've turned your back to these rabbles. And you believed in yourself. You listened to your heart. You did what made you happy. And what made you happy is becoming more practical to the situation. Working with what you have, learning to value yourself, learning to take your power back from a situation, learn to stand in your masculine and feminine energy here. I feel like you took some sort of a leap of faith. Absolutely. And you did what made you happy, and you didn't care what these other people have to say. You don't care what these gossips and rivals have to say, right? It's like you're like me. Thank you, haters. Thank you, haters, for coming up against me. Thank you, because you were my stepping stones. And I feel like this is your energy. You are no longer allowing these, what people say, what people think, and what people do to influence your decisions. It's like you're standing in the power and you're like, I'm going to make my own decision. I don't care what you have to say, because what you say, what you think, or what you feel does not matter to me. So I feel like you're standing in your emperor energy. You are standing in your stability. You are appearing within thyself in a very balanced way. It's like you already know what to do. You already knew. It's like you already ahead of time knew what these people's plans were, right? Because you've seen it in a vision. You've seen it in your dreams. All right. So, um, trickery, trickery. Yep. This is Neptune in reverse. So you knew this, right? Like I said, you've seen through the illusion. You knew that these people, it's like they wanted you to self-sacrifice for some of you. For others of you, it's like you've seen through the illusion. Why? Because you knew you were different. You knew you were different. You knew you were this unicorn. You knew you were unique to your journey. And they were resentful of it because you knew you were very confident in who you are. Very confident in who you are. And and what they were trying to do was they were trying to confuse you, right? By playing on your heartstrings, or playing on your mind, right? Playing in your energy, trying to confuse you. So I feel like you're breaking through that illusion. You're not allowing these people's, what they have to say, whatever they feel. You're not allowing them to keep you stuck, because you know that was their plan, was to keep you stuck. What they wanted to cause delays. Delay from moving, delay from finding stability, financial stability, emotional stability. June 24th could be significant. June 12th could be significant. All right, so reconciliation in orange for Cancer. Nine of Gabrielle. So the Nine of Gabrielle talks about staying determined, right? Staying determined, even though these people tried to knock you over. They really have. They tried to knock you off your throne. Yes, they have. By pointing fingers and playing a blame game, and because they didn't want to take accountability for what they did. They didn't want to take accountability for trying to knock you off your throne. Now they want to come in and reconcile with you. Now they want to come in and try to heal something with you. But this is the thing. This is the Wounded Warrior card, right? But all them wounds, anytime they knocked you off that pedestal, you picked yourself back up, you dusted yourself off, and you took that seed from that wound and planted it And now you're about to harvest something. 9/12 could be significant. December 9th could be significant. September 12th could be significant. That's what I see here. So what final messages do you have for Cancer? So you stay determined, right? You stay determined to cross that bridge or burn that bridge, right? Trust your intuition. And was very excited. You're very excited because you know something is coming, right? You know something is coming. You know a change is coming. Yep, Four of Gabriel. So somebody trying to make you homeless. Somebody was trying to make you homeless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm seeing 4/4. 44 could be significant. 8/8/8 could be significant. Yeah. Working together with other people. Spying, lying, gossiping, trying to defame somebody's character. Why? Because because of what they do for work, right? Because of what they do for work. Somebody knows that somebody is connected to the angels, right? They have that connection with the angels. They literally can be that clear channel. Somebody found peace, right? Somebody found peace because what was hidden behind the moon is now revealing the three people who were working together, right? Trying to get somebody to walk away from their journey. So this group of people, right, is they have their, it's like it's ending, right? It's ending. They know what they did not serve a purpose. They didn't knock you over, right? Why? Because you were prepared for this. You were prepared for this because you've seen it in your dreams. The crow heeded the warning. Hey, Cancer, right? You got somebody coming in playing some tricks with you. Don't allow them to influence your sacred space. So you found the peace, right? 8/8 is significant. I'm telling you. And you are mastering, still working on releasing the attachment from these people. Mm-hmm. Who was trying to put a stronghold, right? These two people shared the same vision. They partnered up together to try to control a narrative. And their narrative was out of envious, jealousy, competition. So what did they do? Attack you, right? Attack your sacral chakra, trying to make you feel not trust your intuition, right? Not trust your intuition, make you feel less than, make you feel not worthy, make you have low self-esteem, making you feel like you're not worthy of love, making you feel, at least they tried to do this, right? Mm-hmm. This is somebody who's very envious of you, envious of your visions, envious of your intuition, envious of the fact that you do have a psychic ability. They were trying to steal your identity because they know that you're connected, right? They know that you're connected. So they may want to come in and ask for forgiveness. That's up to you whether or not you want to do that, right? So you could be tested. This person could be coming in and testing your patience. Um, somebody could be sick. 413 could be significant. All right, a final message to the Cancer Collective from the Spirit Guides. Compromise, Master Teacher. This person wants to compromise because they're losing control of something. They're being taught a lesson. Yep. Lost. Somebody could be passing away. So somebody may be restricted in their headspace. Maybe their visions are restricted for doing this against you. But you have Holy Spirit who is leading you up the ladder there, right? And they were trying to shame you. Why? Because they were bored, right? They were bored. They could have even went as far as to try to unalive you. And that's the epiphany, right? Spy, lying, gossiping. They could be losing control, right? They could literally be losing control of something. Some of you have psychic mediumship abilities, and you had a spirit come in and communicate to you, right? Whispering. See how close that angel is to his ear? Somebody was trying to sever that. Somebody was trying to end that connection with your higher self or with your higher beings because they were so envious of who you are. They kept crossing your boundaries and crossing your boundaries, right? Staying determined to knock you off your stool. My crown chakra is spinning like crazy right now. Concession, fairness, democracy, and neutrality. Your master teacher is reminding you that nothing is entirely good or bad, even people, and that every person has their own version of reality, which may not necessarily agree with yours, right? And that's exactly what's happening. You had a group of people who did not agree with your version of reality, right? So they gathered up a group of people, a mob of people to come up against you, right? Because they're like, oh, you're wrong. I'm right. That's like at red, blue, red pill, blue pill, right? Instead of arguing with or feeling wrong by those who refuse to submit to your point of view, give up your righteous and rigid demands and broaden your perspective to include the interests of those you struggle with now. Mentally move towards center and open your mind to look at the situation from their point of view. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. Although it's easy to feel indignant and defensive as you deal with this current impasse, right? The truth is that no one's trying to harm you. Instead, your detractors are simply supporting their own interests and priorities, which are different from yours. Rather than reacting emotionally to the resistance, strive to understand them. Be mindful not to be overly self centered, however justified it may feel. Strive to be fair instead. Your master teacher's message is accept that your interests are no more or no less important than those of the people around you. So the only way to progress to higher ground is to compromise because you definitely have some rivals out there who are trying to influence you. So, yeah, sorrow. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm looking at number 5 instead of 50. Something about sorrow coming through here. Restraint, detachment, composure, and relaxation. Your higher self is advising you to keep your emotions in check through these times of change and transition. Be on guard as well against being manipulated emotionally by the fear and drama of those around you. The fear and drama, right? Trying to trick you. Change is not change is in the air, and the uncertainty in hand is stirring up a lot of anxiety and insecurity, right? It is. Somebody is very resentful. Somebody wants to play the blame game. They don't want to take accountability, right? They don't want to take accountability and compromise. They would rather just point the finger, cause a lot of drama, right? Because it's just easier to do it that way than letting go of the past and making the changes from moving on from a situation. They would rather hang on to the past and point fingers than let it go and move the hell on. This could be somebody's father. Recognize potential stress and choose to be brave and volatile storm by remaining cool, calm, and collected. Whatever you do, do not allow yourself to succumb to the seductive and addictive appeal of high drama as a way of expanding the excess adrenaline coursing through your veins. So somebody's going to come in and blame you for something. Just because somebody is, we got a parrot in somebody's ear whispering that you did so. Go for a run. Work out at the gym. Use your anxiety physically rather than emotionally, and protect yourself against the fear-provoking actions of others. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're poking the bear. Yes, it's difficult to face the unknown, but your higher self calmly assures you that no matter what challenges you encounter, you can handle everything beautifully if you remain detached, relaxed, and grounded. So, your higher self message is to stay cool, calm, and collected, Cancer, right? Because you definitely have somebody who is spreading a lot of lies, rumors around about you that are not true, just to try to influence you, to point fingers, right? To try to trick you and create drama, trick you into reacting into something. Your dreams have already showed you this. I'm getting strong to try to humiliate you. Again, these people have worked together every moon cycle because you walked away and they're not getting a piece of your pie, right? So they're in this heartache, this despair. So let's keep stabbing the other person, right? With verbal manipulation, with verbal words, right? And here, there it is, Sagittarius. The solution is to stay calm. Thank you for watching.